Welcome to a Chinese cultural class. I'm Raindrops. Today we will be talking about the 6 major classic Chinese holidays. So let's get started. The first holiday that we will be talking about is Chuxi. 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 This holiday, otherwise known as Chinese New Year's Eve, is also known by a different name called 大年三十, which really just means the date in the lunar calendar that New Year's Eve is on, the last day of the year, the 30th of the 12th month. Being the last day of a year, there are many things that Chinese people like to do before New Year's Eve to cleanse away the year that they just had. They like to do a big cleaning of their house and take showers and baths on New Year's Eve and buy new clothing to wear. Other things that you'll see around New Year's Eve is lots and lots of red decorations with happiness and lucky sayings printed on them. This livens the atmosphere and gives a holiday feeling. Very comparable to Christmas Eve in the Western culture. New Year's Eve, Chuxi, is a night where family and relatives gather together and celebrate together as a family. They have a really big feast where they eat things like dumplings. If you're in the north, rice cake, sticky rice cake. If you're in the south, and lots of meat dishes such as fish and pig feet, maybe chicken feet, roast beef, barbecue beef. Because Chinese New Year's Eve is a grand celebration that only comes once a year, and if you were in historic times, many poor families would only have this one day to enjoy anything luxurious. Also, on New Year's Eve, you say lucky sayings to your elders and to people younger than you to wish them a very happy new year, prosperous new year, a safe new year. And when you say this to your elders, children get lucky money for the coming year. The stroke order of Chuxi as follows: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. The next holiday we will talk about is 春节. 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 Also known as the Spring Festival. The word for spring and festival. Now this is Chinese New Year. So the reason it is called the Spring Festival is because the first day of the lunar calendar marks the beginning of spring. So the first day of the first month is the spring coming. It is also the new year, so people on this day, in the morning, they would set off firecrackers to scare away the ghosts and bad omens from the previous year and welcome a new, fresh beginning. Families could also go visit a shrine or a temple to pray for luckiness, happiness, prosperity in the new year. Now, the Spring Festival in China actually lasts a couple weeks, a little more than 2 weeks. And during this time, they have time off work, and depending on different customs from different areas in China, there are different things you do on each day. The stroke order for 春节. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next holiday that comes in the calendar is 元宵节. 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 It also means eating 元宵 festival. So this is known as Lantern Festival, and you go out during the nighttime and look at the brilliant lantern displays around town and eat things that in some regions they call 元宵. This really refers to a sticky rice ball with a sweet paste inside, but other places they call it 汤圆. So 元宵节 falls on the 15th of the first month in the new year, and this is actually the first full moon of the year. So in the lunar calendar, all full moons fall on the 15th of each month. Being the first full moon, this symbolizes the first gathering and fullness and completeness of families and friends. So on this day, people gather together with their families to spend it with people that they might not have seen in a long time. It is also the end of the Chinese New Year holiday. The stroke orders for 元宵节 goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next holiday we're going to talk about is the Dragon Boat Festival, 端午节. 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 So the meaning of 端午 is actually not Dragon Boat. It means midday noon. It means exactly at noon. And that is because 端午节 falls on the 5th of the 5th month, which is historically the hottest day of the year. Because it is the hottest day, people do many activities to cool down, such as have dragon boat races in the river. And that is where the Dragon Boat Festival came by, because of the races. They also drink wine with 雄黄 added to relieve heat and prevent heat stroke. And people also eat sticky rice dumplings, which may have a salty or a sweet center. So typical fillings include red bean, lotus, black sesame for the sweet, and preserved meat, egg yolks for salty. The stroke order for 端午节. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next holiday we will talk about is 七夕. 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 Otherwise known as Chinese Valentine's. So on this day, people spend it in modern times pretty much like the Western Valentine's Day, February 14th. They buy presents, and they go shopping, they go see a movie, and whatnot. But historically, 七夕 falls on the 7th day of the 7th month, indicated by the name 7 and night. 夕 means night. And this day is Valentine's Day because of a long-told Chinese myth about a weaver girl and cowherd boy. So, weaver girl, 织女, and cowherd boy, 牛郎, were legendary lovers. But the girl was actually a fairy from the heavens, and she snuck down and fell in love with a human man, and they ran away and tried to live together happily. But the mother goddess found out and dragged her back to the heavens. And they missed each other so much, and their love ended up warming the hearts of heaven. So Mother Goddess allowed her to see 牛郎, the cowherd boy, once a year on the night of 七夕. It's a very classic Chinese love story. The stroke order for 七夕as follows. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Last classical Chinese holiday we will be talking about is the Mid-Autumn Festival, 中秋节. 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 This holiday falls on the 15th of the 8th month. Falling on the 15th means that it is during a full moon. The Mid-Autumn Festival celebrates the fullness of the moon, also the fall harvest. It is a day where family get together with the harvest of the season and have feasts and wine and mooncake. The other reason Mid-Autumn Festival is celebrated is because of a long-told legend of Chang'e and her husband Hou-yi. Hou-yi was the hero who shot down the mythical 9 sons in the sky and was awarded a pill of immortality. Due to various reasons, Chang'e, his wife, ended up taking the immortality pill and left to reside in the moon, leaving her husband forever. Her husband Houyi was very sad, and on this day, 中秋节, the day where the moon is fullest, the day that she left for the moon, he remembers her and gazes up at the moon for their long-lost love. So on this day, people write poetry to tell of the moon's beauty and of this love story. They eat mooncakes, and they also eat other things from the fall harvest. The stroke order for 中秋节. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's all of the holidays we will be talking about today. There are other major holidays, such as 腊八 in the 12th month, which is the coldest day of the year, 清明 and 重阳, which are grave visit days, kind of like what you're really supposed to do on Easter. So I didn't talk about them in this lesson. And there are other holidays that are not so classical, such as October 1st, which is basically the Confederation Day for the People's Republic of China, and the recently casual November 11th Singles Day. Well, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I hope it has been vaguely interesting for you. I will see you in the next lesson. Bye!